Hey guys, so we are going to be doing our second collective of the day, the extra one. And I thought it would be fun if we used all Ciro Marchetti's decks. So, for the main spread, we're using the Ciro Marchetti Tarot of Dreams. To set the theme, we're using Ciro Marchetti's Oracle of Visions. And then to clarify, we're using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper, the Kipper deck. So, let's get started. Let's go ahead and set the theme for the collective. All right. Let's see. Let's see. First one. What's the theme? Second collective. What is the theme for the second collective of the day? Okay. All right. I think this has to do with luck. Let's see. Number 21. Yes. Has to do with Lady Luck, fate, taking risks, evaluating the odds, superstition. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry. This card is all about evaluating the odds and taking the risk. Life is a constant roll of the dice, so you must consider all the pros and cons. While some choices can be avoided, others we are forced to make. Each comes with its own promise of reward or consequence. Our perception of our chances are often influenced by our individual abilities, beliefs, or superstitions. But ultimately, only the lady knows what card she holds. Lady Luck personifies our conceptual approach to luck and fate. Adorned and surrounded by a collection of associated symbols, she offers us another card that will determine whether we have a winning or losing hand. Are we relying too much on luck? Are we struggling to pay our bills but still buying a lottery ticket? Are we basing important decisions simply on the hope that things will turn out in our favor? If so, good luck and keep your fingers crossed. Okay, so we're going to have that as the main energy for this collective. Let's see what comes out. Let's see. All right, first set. This is eerie. I'm saying, I just realized my hair is like a little messed up here. Sorry. I'm saying this is eerie because this was the first card in the last collective too. Okay, second one changed. The World. Okay. Let's see. Six of Swords. And the Nine of Coins. Okay. So, overall energy, King of Swords. In the last collective, the main character was the Queen of Wands. But I said, I think her husband is doing the same thing. Dare I say this is her husband? These stories they're crazy. Okay, let's get started. I'm not going to inject my own view of what I think it is until I see confirmation. So let's see. Let's look at this Ten of Coins because so far, Ten of Coins, followed by the World card, would tell me that some commitment is over. Some sort of established thing is coming to an end. And I know that because we also have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Six of Swords indicates someone moving away after a cycle has ended. And then the Nine of Pentacles, of course, now this person is single. I wonder who this applies to. Let's see. Clarify Ten of Coins. By the way, guys, before I forget, please remember, I said the little spiel in the last one. I forgot in this one. There are 2 different type of subscriptions. I know it's confusing everybody, so I'm going to change the way we call the paid subscription, okay? So subscribing on YouTube is free. Following my business page on Facebook, also free. When you want to watch the part 2s, then that's when you have to pay the monthly fee to watch all the part 2s, okay? All right, glad we cleared that up. Clarify 10 of coins. And the link for that will be in the description box down below. So we've got poverty, adjudication, 1 more for the 10 of coins, and high honor, yeah. With the wealthy man here. So this feels like the other side of the coin. This King of Swords might have been married to a Queen of Wands. But with poverty here, I interpreted this as financial struggles in the last reading. But he's still showing up as the wealthy man. So it doesn't mean, especially when it's the 10 of coins, I don't think that they were struggling financially. I think that this is how lonely both people felt in this connection. I really do. I feel like this is them both feeling left out, abandoned by each other, and they just decided to end it. They decided to call it quits. And it took some time to come to this conclusion, because with high honor here, there was some sort of status involved in this connection. But they've both come to the conclusion that the status isn't worth it, because there is a possibility that this person came into this connection wealthy and ended up not being wealthy. But I feel like it has more to do with emotional poverty. Both people feeling very alone, like they didn't really have the support of their partner. They didn't really have the attention, the love of their partner. Let's clarify the world. Expectation, clarify the world. Lovers, and main female. Yeah. Overall energy, concern. So I think that this, they both had expectations of each other that were not based on reality. They did put each other first above anyone else, which is why they keep showing up as main female, main male, because they chose each other. They literally went into a strong commitment with each other. But with concern, I think as time went, they started realizing, I don't think I know this person well. I don't think the person I fell in love with isn't who they really are. Because I did see in the last reading that they weren't very, there wasn't a lot of emotional intimacy. So it's like they were both putting up this facade of who they were. And the more they got to know each other, they're like, that's not who this person is. Which is unfortunate, but with the Saturn card, it was meant to be a lesson. So the last collective is very focused on timing. Lesson about either moving too fast or too slow. This one, I think, has a lot to do with actually getting to know the person before you commit, before you make such a strong commitment to someone. Let's clarify Six of Swords. Clarify Six of Swords. unexpected income. Clarify the Six of Swords. Literally lost half the deck. Hold on. But one did fall out. Marriage. Clarify Six of Swords. And pathway. Now this was sticking out, so I'm gonna take it. There it is. Family room. With toil and labor. I have a feeling these two were very, it's like they both lived in this world of fantasy. They both lived in this world of all we need is love type of energy. They weren't very grounded in reality. And it was almost like unexpected income is here, because I think that when they met each other, they were like, oh, this is unexpected. This is pleasant. This is a great surprise. And marriage, then pathway, then family room makes me think the way the cards came out, because they came out in this order: first marriage, then pathway, then family room. But pathway indicates a long time, and family room is the one that indicates emotional intimacy, closeness. So I think that one of the people here, could have been this masculine, was in the mentality of like, oh, well, we're supposed to get married first, and then you're supposed to get to know the person. You know, you get to know them with time. And I think they're realizing that that's a mistake. That's not the order things happen in. Because then it became a lot of work. Like, not knowing this person turned into a really big burden later. Yeah, look at what's underneath the toil and labor. Despair. Because they start really, really realizing to what extent they did not know this person. Yeah, that's difficult. Let's clarify Nine of Coins. Clarify Nine of Coins. So this is all like, okay, now let's put this behind us. I realized I made the wrong choice. Okay, so for the Nine of Coins, we've got sudden wealth and bad health. Wow, that rhymed eerily. One more for Nine of Coins. Okay. Well, we got two more. Thoughts and coffin. Overall energy, occupation. You know what I keep getting? This is weird, but this is what I keep getting. I feel like this King of Swords might have realized a little too late that this Queen of Wands, hold on one second, that this Queen of Wands was a little bit more focused on how much money he made, what he had in the bank. And I don't know why I'm getting this, but this is purely intuitive. I don't see this here. I think he might have received some extra wealth and he hid it from her. Almost like to test what would happen. And their marriage got worse. So it went from having wealth or showing up that way, the wealth depleting, and instead of, when he received another hit of wealth, instead of sharing it, he hid it to see what she would do. What would happen if they weren't doing well financially? And yeah, it did not go well. which eventually led to the coffin, because this masculine was like, oh no, this is not what I want. Because I think that, look, we've got occupation, and here she is, mature woman with message. Maybe she wasn't working, and he thought like, well, let's see if I'm struggling. Let's see if she'll get a job. Let's see if she'll help me. And I don't think she did. Because 9 of Coins is somebody who's independent, and it's this King of Swords realizing I'm on my own. Let's look at the next set. Oof. I'm hearing this song. Hold on. There's a song in my head. It's an old Mexican song. Okay, so it says, the lyrics are saying, you are no longer by my side, sweetheart. In my soul, I only feel loneliness. And if I can't see you, why did God make me love you just to make me suffer more? You were always the reason of my existence. Worshipping you was my religion. And in your kisses, I would find... Yeah, and in your kisses I would find the love that would be given to me by the heat of your passion. It's the story of a love like there will never be another, that made me understand all the good and all the bad, that gave light to my life, turning it off afterwards. What a deep night, now everything is dark. And it keeps going. So I think this King of Swords felt incredibly deeply for this Queen of Wands. But it was like almost like they didn't see her clearly. They idealized her. They put her on this pedestal. And so this love was unmatched, because at one point they felt this deep burning passion and worship for her. But as time passed, they started realizing that light went out. It wasn't what they thought it was. So that might be what this was. They were just relying on everything's going to work out fine. I can feel it. We're going to be totally okay. And now that could have been how now they turn to a King of Swords, because the King of Swords is somebody who they're going to think things through before they do things. And this might be why. This is the relationship right here that turned them into a King of Swords, if that makes sense. Let's look at the next set here. Next set. 2 cups. Next set. This is kind of sad. This makes me sad. Judgment. Because I've been there. And it's so hurtful whenever you think someone is just like the best person on earth. And the wake up part is like, Three of Cups. And the song keeps playing in my head. Ya no estás ya no estás más a mi lado, corazón. En mi alma soledad. All right, I need to stop. Ugh. And the devil, oh my God. Oof, wow. With the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this connection went sideways. It went sideways really quick. Because this masculine genuinely thought she was a different person. The perception they had of her was very exalted, very pedestalized, idealized. And they were willing to risk everything for her, but I don't think that risk paid off. So with the Eight of Swords, they ended up feeling very trapped with someone that they didn't really know. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Because they did feel, Two of Cups, they definitely, and I saw this on her side too. At one point, they genuinely, truly loved each other. But their connection got really toxic really quickly. And we do have the Three of Cups here. So I think that one or both of them brought in other people. Let's see, clarify Two of Cups. We've got distant horizons. Clarify Two of Cups. Bad health. And imprisonment. With message. So in the other collective, I'm pretty certain now that these are connected. They're just, the first one was telling her side of it. Second one was telling, this one is telling his side of it. I think that when they met, they lived at a distance from each other with distant horizons here. They weren't close enough to be able to get to know each other well. Because, you know, with some people, I personally have been in a lot of LDRs, long distance relationships. And one thing is talking to this person, texting them. Another thing is being in the same room with them. And like living day to day with them. That is very different. And I think that the distance kept up this really, it helped them both curate what the other person saw. They made sure to always look their best, or they made sure to always put their best foot forward, which is kind of natural, really. But they fell in love with that version of each other. They didn't know the version of each other that was messy or unkempt or rude or in a bad mood, things like that. Or if they did, they thought it was very small. Now there's two things I'm sensing here with bad health. One, when she started having health problems, because that came up in the previous reading too, they felt trapped because it's like they had, look at that, message and then marriage underneath that. They felt like, I have to be there to protect this person. And they might have needed, it could have been that they had to get married because maybe the masculine needed to be near her for her health. But maybe she lived in a country where they didn't have citizenship, or they didn't have legal papers to be there. So they needed to be married to have that authorization. So it's like it rushed things. Her being in bad health rushed things. But it also, as they spent a lot of time together, that bad health also was in their relationship. The relationship wasn't doing so hot. They realized that they were not as compatible as they thought they were. Clarify judgment. Lovers. Courthouse. Privileged lady. With community. So I think that initially they were both in this mentality of like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, we love each other. We're gonna support each other. We're gonna build together. You know, there was this intense love between them. And with the courthouse, they got married quickly. But it's showing a privileged lady. It's almost like her focus was on securing this marriage because she felt like she would have someone take care of her. And privilege is like somebody who's not, you know, even the image it gives. This is the lady of the house, but, you know, she's not going to do the cooking and cleaning. She's going to do the ordering around. So it could have been that that's the type of lifestyle she expected. She had the support. She had everything with this person. Or so it seemed. I'm not trying to be hateful, but that's not how the story develops, right? Clarify 3 of Cups. Let's see. We've got pathway. Community. Clarify 3 of Cups. Official person. And marriage. With family room. Yeah. They really thought they knew each other well. With family room, they really thought like we're ready. We're good to go. We know as much about each other we know as much about each other as we need to know. And they tied the knot. Fools rush in. They felt that long term, because this is like years down the line, they would have built this beautiful community, this beautiful family, and so they made it official. They did the deed. Cancer Venus, Cancer Mercury, they felt like they were building a family. And yet. It's followed by the devil. I don't think that went well. Let's see. Clarify the devil. Because I'm definitely feeling a toxic vibe. A very toxic vibe. So we've got the mature man here, which is her husband. Toil and labor. And thoughts. Overall energy, occupation. With the devil here, I feel like the masculine is the one that carried all the burden. Toil and labor and occupation. They might have been the only one to work. They might have been the only one cooking, the only one cleaning, because it was excessive. Devil energy is always excessive of something. Maybe she really wanted a lavish lifestyle, but she didn't want this person working that much. Either way, it started leading to some really a lot of lack of harmony is what I'm feeling. They just started not seeing things eye to eye. Because I think that she expected a lavish lifestyle, but didn't understand everything that went into providing a lavish lifestyle. Because with thoughts, it's like she was always on their mind. I've got to say, I feel like there was something. This masculine might have been the one that brought someone else in, though. I have to say this only because the person that is on occupation, it looks like she's the one on this person's mind. So with this card coming out too, it could have been that they were both in the mentality of like, oh, it'll work out, it'll be fine. But somebody, first of all, this masculine could have been carrying all the burden, all the weight of this connection, all the responsibility of it. And then they meet somebody else, but because it is clarifying devil energy, that one was a very intense connection. I don't think they crossed the lines because the lover showed up with their wife, not with this one. But thoughts are here. This person started occupying the masculine's mind a lot. Possibly because there was a lot of distance between them and their wife. And with more and more time, there was a lot of conflict, a lot of arguments. This one is 50-50. We'll see. I'm going to stop part 1 here. If you guys want to watch part 2, please make sure to click on the link down below. That's where you will enter to the $9.99 a month to be on the paid membership to watch part 2s. And if y'all enjoyed this, please make sure to react, comment, even if it's just a little emoji. All of that shows me you appreciate my time and energy. And I love you guys. See y'all later. Bye-bye.